Travis Civoli. Welcome to assignment 13, Why are people proportions? Bienvenidos a tarea número 13, proporciones de personas de Alhambra. In this lesson, what we're going to be looking at is the kind of the average proportions that people tend to have. Vamos a examinar las proporciones universales y promedios. Now, of course, these are just averages, and people are all different. But these are the general ones, and they can be used to make any figure you want. Por supuesto, somos todos diferentes y únicos, pero sabiendo estas proporciones podrás inventar cualquier figura que quieres. So what happens is as we grow, our faces and our bodies actually really do change the relationships of one part to another. Mientras crecemos, los tamaños y las relaciones entre las partes del cuerpo y la cara, especialmente la cara, cambian y no se quedan fijas. Your jaw grows and gets much larger. La mandíbula crece and also moves forward y también mueve por adelante. The whole face moves forward. Toda la cara mueve por adelante. The ears get larger. Las orejas crecen. But the eyes, no. Your eyeballs are the same size the day you're born that they are today and that they will be the day you die. Los globos de ojo nunca crecen, nunca cambian de tamaño, de niño a la muerte. So why is it so important? Well, look, here's a wire person drawn with adult male proportions. Aquí está una figura con proporciones de un hombre adulto. Y aquí las proporciones de un niño. These are the normal proportions for a child. You can see that things like the legs and the arms are different compared to the size of the body. Pero si hacemos un niño con proporciones si hacemos un adulto con proporciones de niño, we make an adult with a child-sized adult, basically. Un adulto al tamaño de un niño, pero con proporciones de adulto. We have adult proportions and a child-sized person is what I was trying to say. We have to just have un quechapín, no? A very, very, very short adult, or perhaps a little person, enanito. And here we have proportions of a child, proporciones de niño, but at the size of an adult, al tamaño de un adulto. ¡Qué horror! So again, it's very important that we get the proportions right. You can tell just by the sizes that these are drawn. You can tell this is a man, this is a female, and the different sizes of children. Se puede ver fácilmente solamente por las proporciones de unas líneas. ¿Quién es hombre, quién es mujer, quién es niño y niña y joven? By the way, if you're an adult with the proportions of a baby, you might look like this. Si la cara nunca cambiara de proporción mientras creces, podrías aparecer así. All right, let's look at Fiona and the Columbia lady. Columbia Pictures, El Estudio de Cine. Their logo is this lady who is over 9 heads tall. Tiene 9 cabezas y más. So she's a little bit exaggerated. Princess Fiona was supposed to look tall, slender, very Disney princessy. She's actually 8 heads tall in her first iteration. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, to make her look delgada, elegante. Fiona 2.0 mide not 6.5, only 5.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 y media. ¿Y qué diferencia hay? 9 heads, 8 heads, 5.5. Mucha diferencia. The number of heads, this is the single best way to make your person look like a tall person, a short person, a skinny person, a heavy person. Es el mejor modo de determinar cómo se parece la persona, si parece alto, bajo, gordito. By the way, here's the original model. Aquí está la modelo original para Columbia Lady. You can see she was a pretty tall, thin woman. See, ella era bastante alta y delgada. But look at what they did to her arm. Mira el brazo. Es un brazón. Es como antena de televisión. They made her arm just so long. But look, our actual real model Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho. She was actually quite a lot taller and thinner than the average woman, who usually measures between 6.5 and 7.5 heads tall. So to be an 8 head tall woman, you're already very tall and thin. And now we have a 9.5 head tall woman que no existe en planeta, in la Tierra, doesn't exist. All right. So we know the basics. Ya sabemos que un hombre mide 8 cabezas, that a man is 8 heads high, that a woman is between 6.5 and 7.5, que una mujer mide entre 6.5 y 7.5. We know that children are smaller. Los niños miden como 6 a 4 cabezas, depending on their size. It can be as small as 4 heads high. What about the other parts? Well, your upper arm, brazo anterior, it's about 1.5 heads, maybe 2, close to 2. Your forearm, esta parte aquí, mide una cabeza y media, no more than 1.5 heads. Your hands, you can see size-wise, they end up hanging just below where your legs meet. Las manos extienden a donde parten las orejas, las piernas, más o menos. This thing I call the Superman swimsuit, which is really showing you where the pelvis is. Sí parece traje de baño, pero es para ilustrar dónde está el pelvis. That starts below the navel, below line number 3. And the navel moves depending on the proportions. El ombligo está en un lugar bastante diferente, depende de la persona. For example, para un hombre está en línea 3 más o menos, 1, 2, 3. But for other people, for women, it's in a whole different place. Between young children, it's all the way up here in between. Para los niños está para acá, entre 2 y 3. No matter if you go look at those and see. Let's take a look. Do I have the chart here for you? I do. Now let me show you the one where they actually have the lines on them. Okay. Hombre, 1, 2, 3, and there's the third. His belly button has el ombligo. It's right there on the third line. Go look for el bebé. 1, 2. Está en línea 2. Niño. 1, 2, 3. Está aquí. Much higher than 3. 1, 2, 3. Much higher than 3 for a girl. But then take a look. For an adult woman, 1, 2, 3, it's below the line. Está abajo de 3. For a man, 1, 2, 3, right about on it. So, así que el ombligo, ¿dónde está? Es muy importante en cómo se parece tu dibujo. If you want your drawing to look like a kid, make sure you put all those little things in the right places. Okay, moviendo. Again, reiterating, when you're a child, cuando eres niño, mides como 3, there's 1, o 4 cabezas. Mujer, adulta, a grown-up woman, between 6.5, 7.5. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, and they made, this is Nani, la hermana de Lilo. This is Lilo's sister from Lilo and Stitch, if you don't know that movie. I'm sure you all do. They made her just 7 heads, so they wouldn't make her too tall and skinny. Ella tiene solamente 7 cabezas, just to make her a little tall, a little bit, make her seem a little bit heavier, not quite so willowy, not quite a Disney princess kind of look. Okay, we know, ya sabemos that a man has 8 heads tall, que un hombre mide como 8 cabezas. So what I'd like you guys to do is to demonstrate this for me. I'd like you to do me a normal adult male figure. Quiero un figura de un hombre adulto. I'd like to see a female figure. Quiero una figura de mujer, usando las proporciones de mujer. A young child, un joven de como 11 años, maybe 11 or 12 years old, preteen. They're about 6 heads tall. Y un bebé. Bebé como 3 o 4 cabezas, maybe 3 or 4 heads, somewhere in there. And then let's try to make an alien that's 12 heads high, just for fun. Okay? Quiero que me inventes un extraterrestre que mide 12 cabezas, solamente para entretenernos. All right, those will be labeled assignment 13. Why are people? Y tu nombre, don't forget to sign it, and make sure I see a picture of that.